Welcome to Bay Focus. Thank you for tuning in today. Well, I'm here. So glad you are. Have my cup of coffee. You can go get yours and settle in for a show, very special show today. We have back with us, it's been a little while, but he's been a regular over the years on Bay Focus. You may recognize the name, Richard Mull with Operation Light Force. And we're going to get you caught up on that ministry, but he's written a book detailing the miraculous survival of his son Nathaniel, who literally died, and God brought him back to life miraculously. You want to stay and hear that. And they also have a special tour date coming up, a concert tour along that lines to talk about the book as well. But we also have a recap that we're going to start with the show today. I was so honored to be the keynote speaker at a recent event with New Life Solutions, which is the premier pro-life ministry here in the Tampa Bay area. They have multiple medical clinics, do so much to save babies from abortions, and come alongside families walking through this. And so we took our cameras to this event, and we want to give you a little bit of a look at what happened recently with New Life Solutions.
This is the grand reopening of the A Woman's Place Medical Clinic in Pinellas Park, Florida. About 2 years ago, a group of very generous donors came together and heard about the importance of renovating actually all 4 of our medical clinics. It's important that when our women come to the clinic, that they see something beautiful and calming because they're in such a stressful situation. We want them to feel at peace, as much peace as possible, and we want them to feel almost at home when they walk through the doors.
Now, it always was clean and orderly and bright, but it's important that we kind of refresh it and keep it updated. And you'll see today firsthand as you go around how it's just been updated with lighting, with furniture, with paint, and flooring as well. When we see individuals walk through here, they're feeling hopeless. And we want them to leave feeling hopeful, and that's how we pour into them.
I want us to be known as what we're for, more than what we're against. We are for saving the life of that little baby in the womb who is being fearfully and wonderfully made. We are also for the extended family, the family members, the friends, everybody impacted by that decision that is coming, that the decision for life, the decision we hope that they'll make for life. We are for that family. We are for understanding they're maybe walking through some tough stuff. They may be scared to death. This is an unforeseen pregnancy or unforeseen things, how it changes their life. We are for helping them.
We're providing order where there is disorder. We're providing peace where there is confusion, structure where there is chaos, and calmness where there is anxiety. And that's what the Center Refresh is about. We have done 214 ultrasounds in this building, 214 alone in the last 12 months. 77 babies saved from abortion that we know of right here in this building.
I just want the entire viewing area to know that the work of the Crisis Pregnancy Centers is of vital importance. And whether you're near our clinics here, which happen to be in Pinellas Park, Tarpon Springs, Town and Country, as well as North Tampa, please support the work that we do. Or if there's a clinic that's close to you that is meaningful to you, please support our work because we want to continue to be able to do this.
It's a privilege for me to help get the word out. I'm one of the media that will, we are at CTN that will help get the word out of the truth of who we are and what we believe and what we want to do.
We're going to get to heaven and these little kids are going to come and say thank you. You're like, what did I do? It's like you prayed, you gave, you supported, and you'll have no clue that you're part of not just their life, but eventually their salvation and what the Lord's going to do with those lives.
Thank you so much to Charles DeMarco and New Life Solutions and his whole team there for inviting me to come. What an incredible event. What a phenomenal ministry. Hope you'll support them. Well, we are going to introduce you now to our guest for the remainder of the show, and you want to stay tuned all the way to the end because my guest today is going to close us out today in the show singing a beautiful song that he sang over his son, who was dealing with life-threatening issues in the hospital and long recovery, and actually did die, and God brought him back to life. So you want to hear that song at the end. And now that I've whet your appetite a little bit, I want to introduce Richard Mull. If you haven't met him here, he's been a guest with us over the years at Bay Focus, who is the founder and president of Operation Light Force. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's
Richard,
great to be with you.
Welcome. And let me give
love.
you let me give a little bit of our viewers a background. You and your lovely wife Dawn started Operation Light Force over 25 years ago out of their home. Has grown to impact the world. He's the president of the ministry, hosts the Mull It Over podcast. I love that. Yeah. And has written numerous books and compiled the God Speaks Bible. Dawn is also an author. But he's known in this so much for the 40-day revolution that he put together years ago, the Jesus Training Manual, Lord Heal Me, a variety of other books. He's got multiple degrees, and I won't take the time to read, but he's all the way up to doctorate level. But they also do discipleship courses. They work with victims of human trafficking, work with people dealing with trauma. His book, which we talked about, one of his last visits here, called Restoring Joy, talks about a lot of testimonies of overcomers. So they're right, Richard, you're in the trenches of really trying to help people. But in the course of that, you've walked through some things on your own and trauma on your own. And before we get to the book, which is called, and we'll put this on the screen, The Father Sings Over Me. We're going to do a little bit of a dive into that. Tell us about, you've got The Father Sings Over Me tour coming up, which we want to talk about right away so we can get the word out.
So excited. Jason Upton, it was one of his songs, is one of the two songs that I mashed together every night. I mean, it was just me and my son, and I'd wrap my arms around him and I'd sing this song over him. You don't realize sometimes in your midst of your trauma and tragedy and the miracles of God, because that story is all of it woven together, the message that God is pouring into you and out of you as a result of that. And so I was singing that over him, and when we decided it's time to finish the book and launch the book, I reached out because I have to get permission to include that. Such a big part of the story are some of his songs, which is interesting because they came right at the moment that I needed some of them. And so there's 3 of his songs, the lyrics are in there, and there's QR codes to listen to some of his songs. And there was a couple other songs. You know, songs can minister powerfully, you know, in the midst of your crisis. And then I'm singing one of them over him. So when I reached out to get permission, I was like, hey, would you come and be a part of our book launch? So he's going to be here. We're officially launching June 21st through the 24th. We have actually 4. There's 3 advertised. There's another one that's for Michelle Sikorsky, Michelle Talone from Joy FM, because her group is going to fill up the room. And so we're doing a side one there. But that one's not being advertised. And but we're doing these to launch the book. And I didn't know when we set the date that it's Nathaniel's 17th birthday at the same time. So that's kind of the key that brought together my singing that song over him and Jason Upton's
So Jason's
concerts.
going to be at these launch tours for the book. And all right, you know, this story, and you know, I'm just going to tell you, I know we're going to run out of time. I'm just going to say it, start out. So you're going to need to get the book. But what happened? Richard, this is the story, and it is just an amazing thing. Your son has Down syndrome. He is 17 years old, and now, but he almost didn't make it to this birthday. What happened?
You know, just one little important point is God doesn't waste his miracles. He loves people with special needs. He loves my son. We love our son. And people don't understand, like, resurrection power of God poured out on someone with Down syndrome. That was God going, this kid matters to me. His life matters to me.
Is he the you have 4 children, right?
Yeah.
So is he the youngest?
He is the youngest, yes.
He was the baby.
I now have 4 grandchildren. I just had one 2 days ago.
Right.
And
wow.
we haven't even gotten to see him yet. Yeah, but yeah.
So when he was a young man, something happened. Tell our viewers what happened.
Almost 2. he had a rash. And when Dawn first brought him to me, I actually couldn't see the rash. And I have learned over the years to guard my words. And I was like, honey, you pay so much better attention. And he did. And it got more apparent. And everything we tried seemed to make it worse. And it was our primary physician who woke up one night. I actually now know that God spoke to her and she said, it's a zinc deficiency. And because she started researching that night and goes, what he's dealing with is a zinc deficiency. But to treat it, she didn't want to just throw another treatment at it. She goes, we need to get a biopsy and blood work. We went to the hospital to get that biopsy and blood work. And we had a horrible experience there. They were doing things that we knew had made it worse. We tried to refuse. They threatened to take him from us if we didn't comply. And he came in with blotches of these red blotches. And within 24 hours, it was like he had been dipped in a vat of oil, hot oil. I mean, he was like, it looked like burn all over his body. And we were like, how do we get out of this situation? And we called our primary physician who had sent us there just to get a biopsy and blood work. That's all we wanted. We wanted to have more information before we tried something else. And we find out later that it was a zinc deficiency. But when we had brought him home, he looked horrible. He was grinding his teeth. I did not know that is a serious, like he was in pretty serious trauma during that time. And we're praying over him. We're laying hands on him. And our primary physician, my mother-in-law is a nurse. And when she checked him the morning after we had gotten home, I had stayed up with him almost the whole night praying over him, laying down with him. And she checked his abdomen and there was no sound. And that is the first sign that you might have an ulcer that has ruptured. And she knew enough to know that that was a possibility. We went to our primary physician and she goes, I know what you guys just went through at the hospital. That's the last thing I want for you. And she sent us to a different hospital. Tampa General, we loved them. We had a lot of positive. Well, actually, we ended up at St. Joseph's first. And we get there and when I walked in, I pulled him off my chest and I was like, he's gone. My son is dead. And the words he's gone, like you don't think about how you're going to verbalize that. But I knew what I was holding was not my son. I don't know how to explain it except that. And I set him down. And I knew God has the power to raise the dead. And I just began to pray boldly right then and there. My mother-in-law began to do compressions on him. So the official recorded time that we found in the medical records is 30 minutes.
That his heart stopped.
No heartbeat, no blood pressure.
Yeah.
They show 30 minutes. All of us that were there that day remember 40 minutes. So the book still has 40 minutes. And that's something I'm going to write a little bit about because it's like when you have different people experiencing the same thing, you come back with slightly different memories. So officially it's 30 minutes in the medical records. We just got those recently. But all of us remembered 40 minutes. And that doesn't even take into account, nobody knows when he passed because we had to walk from the garage, And so they have their official time. When they started the timer, we had already been doing compressions. I'd already been praying over him for several minutes because there was no medical staff in the room. So I stand there, I'm answering their questions, telling them what's going on because they're walking in blind. They've never met this child. They're walking in and he's coded and I am rebuking death. I am praying over him. I'm repenting of every sin I've ever thought of. I'm like, everything I know about healing, I am all in because I've been studying healing and administering healing. Yeah. So I'm applying all of that. And I'm telling Nathaniel, I'm looking around the room because I know his spirit is left. That's why this is a shell. It's like if you find a shell and you can tell there's nothing in it. It's not a hermit crab. It's not it's no longer a snail. It is a shell. That's what I put down was a shell. So I'm going, Nathaniel, you come back here right now. You listen to your daddy. And I'm like, when you study stuff, but I've never had to apply it in the moment. So I'm doing everything I know. And they keep working on them. And they're looking at each other and they're looking at me and I'm like, keep going, I'm going. And I had a vision 20 minutes into it. And I saw in the middle of this hospital room was a boat, an old, and it was a boat and Jesus was in the boat. And I knew that was a vision. 20 minutes in, I knew God told me he is going to live. And soon after that, they found a faint heartbeat, lost it. And but it was 10 minutes before they called the code, because that's when they had a heartbeat and blood pressure. They had no blood pressure. And
So they got him back, but that was just the beginning. And the one thing about this book is it takes the reader on a week-to-week journey. And there were a number of weeks, and there was a surgery yet, correct?
Yeah.
For the,
right then, when
Yeah,
they wheeled him out and said, he's probably not going to make it through the
It's a perforated
surgery. Yeah,
ulcer.
they had to open him up. He actually still kind of looks like a football, the straight line and these sidelines, because they got in there and had to clean out all the toxins that were pouring out of his.
So then what happened week to week? Did it take a while, to get everything in order? So how did it progress? And where did this singing come in?
Yeah, so 40 minutes is a long time. And what happens is vital organs begin to shut down. So his kidneys had shut down. They said his kidneys probably would never function again. They function fine now, but that was the biggest battle. We had people praying all over the world for pee, and we actually had to. There was so much, because it was our journal, that we were like, we have to eliminate a lot of this. There's enough to you'll catch that, but that was a big prayer deal. They said he'll be brain damaged, and we were like, I just rejected whatever we were being told, and we prayed completely believing for the miracles. So. And that's how we encouraged all of our friends to pray. When we first walked out of that they were operating on him, we said, this is how we want you to pray.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times we pray things that you can't find in the Bible. We're usually praying for the doctors first. And I'm like, it's okay for the doctors, but we need a miracle that's beyond what a doctor can do.
Yeah.
And so, and we pray, if it's your will. I was like, I believe it's God's will to heal.
So how then, over how many weeks, and then was it little step by step that you started to see daylight? Did he return? Was he hospitalized all of this time?
10 weeks he was in a drug-induced coma, and we actually have all the medical records. He was on adult doses of fentanyl.
Wow.
It took so much to knock him out, and I believe that was the strength of his spirit. I believe God was doing some amazing things. They didn't want to see him react. But I saw him come fully alert and look at something go across the room, and I knew he was like, he's seeing something that nobody else is seeing in the room. And it was just a lot of amazing times. But every night, because I would go and stand watch over the nights, my wife would be there during the days.
Yeah.
And doctors actually told us the reason he's still alive is because of this, because we had intervened at a number of times when interns would come in and want to do something, and our primary physicians were glad we stood guard. They were like, because we were going, no, not unless you run it by our primary.
All right, I'm gonna interrupt here because as promised, we're running out of time. Let me bring it into where you get through this 10-week period. He starts returning. So all the steps they were taking at this point are bringing him back, and he's coming through. There's a really cool thing, because we're gonna, in just a moment, you're gonna sing, that I read. He comes back. He comes through this, correct? God heals him through this. But he remembered your song, didn't he?
Yeah. So I would sing over him every night.
I just love this.
And you don't ever know, because he's in a drug-induced coma.
Yeah.
And I was trying to minister to his spirit, singing over him, and it was just our time. Sometimes a nurse would walk in and I would stop, and then I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing it. And they were like, no, keep going, please. And I would sing it. And so one night after we got out of the hospital, I don't know how many months it was later, and that's where the title of the book came from, is in Africa, the Lord told me to share this story and to sing the song. And then one night I'm giving him a bath, and not giving him a bath necessarily, but I'm in there because we monitor so much of his time, because you never know. We'll have the water flowing. We actually have had to replace our floors a number of times. So that's why I'm in there. But I'm singing this song, and he never stops moving. He never stops making noise. But while I sang this, he just was staring at me. Perfectly still. And I'm like, so as soon as I was done, this is a sign language for more, but his is this. And he's like, and I'm like, so I sing it again. And this is, I had never seen him do it that hard. And so 5 times I sang the song again and again. And he was signing more. And I finally was like, we need to transition this. But I knew it was like one of those moments where you're like,
Yeah,
he's telling me that's what helped me make it
He
through.
knew.
And I was
He
just
knew.
like, I was like,
Yeah.
whoa. I had that moment again last night.
Yeah.
Because we just recorded the song
Yeah.
that I'll be doing here.
Yeah.
And I was playing it for my parents at Culver's.
Mhm.
And his face lit
Yeah.
up. And it was,
I
like,
love it.
in the moment, it was like, I wish I had a camera right now.
Yeah.
And I stopped it just a little bit in. And I said, we're going to reproduce this.
Yeah.
We're going to get a camera on
So
him when he hears this.
he is, and you're gonna take a break, come back, and then you're gonna hear Richard close out the show with this song. So he's totally
He's
full-
amazing.
full-
Yeah.
he's
Goes to school.
full functional,
Yeah.
fully functioning. No long lasting effects.
The language is the hardest thing.
Yeah.
It damaged his ability to
There
speak.
was a little bit to speak.
Yeah.
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 But it is truly a miracle, and I want to say the way that you have put this book together is going to minister to so many people, and we want them to get it. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to wrap. This ends our conversation on it, and so we just gave our viewers just a little bit of a look at this book, and again the dates really quick. The dates of the event,
June 21st through the 23rd.
so they can come and hear more about it.
Yep.
They can hear ministry of Jason Upton of you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more Bay Focus. Welcome to Bay Focus. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have so many things to tell you about. There's some exciting things coming up.
The power of God is so much stronger. The power of Jesus is so much stronger.
Well, we just scratched the surface, literally, of this book. You want to get the book and go to the book tour for Richard Mull. But as promised, we're going to close out the show with Richard Mull singing the song that he sang over Nathaniel. That story is so amazing, how God preserved Nathaniel's life. And the song is called "Don't You Know the Father Loves You." Thank you for tuning in this week. Let's be ministered to by this song.
Don't you know the Father loves you? Don't you know how much He cares? Don't you know He's thinking of you? And don't you know He sees you there? He sees right into every part of you. He sees right in the very heart of you. He loves you like no other could. He loves you like no other would. He sees the hurt, the pain that you've been through. He longs to comfort, longs to rescue you. He loves you like no other could. He loves you like no other would. Daddy, don't sleep. Daddy, don't slumber. I don't wonder when it thunders, 'cause I'm safe in Daddy's arms. Daddy, don't sleep. Daddy, don't slumber. I don't wonder when it thunders, 'cause I'm safe, safe in Daddy's arms. Now the Father sings over you. Don't you know how much I love you? I hope you know how much I care. You need to know that I'm thinking of you. I hope you know I see you there. I see right into every part of you. I see right in the very heart of you. I love you like no other could. I love you like no other would. I see the hurt, the pain that you've been through. I'm here to comfort, here to rescue you. I love you like no other could. I love you like no other would. You know I don't sleep, and I never slumber. Don't have to wonder when it thunders, 'cause you're safe in my arms. No, I don't sleep, and I never slumber. Don't have to wonder when it thunders, 'cause you're safe, safe wrapped in my arms.